Miss Manhoff, it's Regina. I know that video wasn't really an option for this assignment, but I decided why not try? So if this format doesn't work for you, please let me know and I can put this into a different format. So for the writing workshop reflection, the first question was, why is choice important for a young writer? And I believe choice is important because it engages students much more than not having a choice. And when we have students engaged, they're going to try harder and we'll get a more realistic assessment of where they're at with their writing capabilities. And it also, when we're just starting out in kindergarten, it kind of makes writing into this like fun activity rather than this closed-ended, you have to do this kind of thing. It gives them creative freedom, and that's fun. And it also helps teachers get to know their students in the beginning of the year because we get to see what their interests are and what's going on in their brain, which is super interesting and fun. Second question was, why do we make books with our beginning writers? We make books with our beginning writers mainly, in my opinion, to emphasize print awareness because while we're making books, our young authors are thinking about what goes into a book, which are components of print awareness, like the illustration, the words, the title page. And obviously we're learning about that at the same time, but having them engage in that task really puts print awareness into a different light for them. It's a hands-on, engaging activity. Also, it puts the students in the author's head and empowers them as an author. And like I previously mentioned, it gives them creative freedom, which is fun and engaging. And at the beginning of the year, it's also a really good tool for assessment of prior writing skills, because we kind of need that assessment right at the beginning. So the third question is, what did you notice about the mini lesson? I noticed that the teacher was really kind of like, it felt like she was like hammering in the same concepts. So she would be like picture, words, picture, words. Oh, we've been talking about this like the entire week. Oh, okay, words. We can also, or picture, we can also call that an illustration. So she was kind of like slowly introducing these concepts of print and print awareness to the class. And it was all prior knowledge, but we were now doing it in a more formal environment. So I thought that was a great way to do it, and I also thought it was really great that she actually used the work of children from the previous year, because it was just this template of like, this is what we're going to be able to do. And I think that is a great students will be able to, like that is genius. Yeah. What did you notice about share time? So during share time, which happened pretty frequently, I noticed how much attention to detail the teacher was giving. She would have a student come up and say, oh wow, look at this snowman she drew. Look, it has a hat. I wonder if it will have a scarf. Look at her print or her writing. Look at her picture. So she was really using that vocabulary to kind of like show this is what this student has done and to draw attention to those details of print awareness, essentially. And I think it was a really great kind of modeling strategy because it's having the students model for each other. And that is something that a teacher simply can't do. So the next part of the question was, what did you notice about the writing conference? So I noticed that the teacher was kind of saying like, oh, D is for what, and then he would allow the student to finish the sentence. So she would say, D is for dog, and they'd go on to the next one, G is for giraffe, etc. And then they went through the entire thing together. And after that, he asked her to add more. He said, a G is for giraffe, and what is the giraffe? Oh, the giraffe is tall. And then they went through that process again where he kind of invited her to add stuff onto it, and then they went back through the book. What did I learn about the importance of using a mentor text? Well, the mentor text to me was just a really solid way of modeling for the students where we're gonna go. So that's really what it is. It was a great example. It let the students have something that's hands-on and is, concrete, solid, that they could see, oh, this is an example of an illustration, and this is an example of a title page. And I think that was a great use of it. So that's all. Email me if I need to submit this in writing. Thank you.